At this time, the meeting of the Board of Mayor and Selectmen for the City of McComb, Mississippi, October the 9th, 2018, is open, and we will have prayer by Selectman Cameron.
Let us pray. Lord, thank you for this day that you've given us. Thank you for the opportunity to join like we do in government and do what we do for this great city. Lord, thank you for the rain that you've given us the last couple of days. Watch over and protect the families that are in the path of the storm that's coming, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
Just watch over them and protect them and just be with them. Lord, thank you for everybody that wears a uniform right now in this crazy country that we live in. Watch over and protect them in everything that they do day in and day out, and we appreciate what they do, Lord.
Yes.
In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. You have the consent docket. You had a chance to read over the minutes, look at the claim dockets, both the AP and manual dockets, the financial report, the privilege license. What can I hear on the consent docket? Can I get a motion and a second? Or move? Second?
Second.
It was motion by Selectman Johnson, second by Selectman Cameron. Are there any discussions concerning the consent docket? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed is nay. Do want to let everyone know that Selectman Hill is on the telephone here. He's participating by telephone. At this time, with employee recognition, at this time, I would like to call James Robert Troutman as he come on through. As he comes, he works in our fire department. He's an engineer, and being in our department, he has worked himself, come on around, from a firefighter all the way up to an engineer for our fire department. He became employed on October the 11th, 2013. He is married to Miranda. He has 4 children. And like I say, he's employed here as one of our firemen, and I'm looking for the captain. You come on up. You know he was supposed to come up too. And his primary station is station number 2. That's correct. Here in McComb. Before I give him the certificate, Captain, you have anything you'd like to say about him?
He's a good man. He's not on my shift, but I have worked with him several different times. So last minute thing, the chief got deployed on storm duty, so he's gone, so I'm standing in for him right now. But Robert does a good job driving, pumping the truck, and always count on him.
Understand the city of McComb is indebted to all who wear the blue, whether they're policemen or firemen, because you put your life. I'm not one of those who would run into a burning building. You know, that's not me. But for firefighters, that mindset, look, my head goes off to yours. But I want to give you this certificate of appreciation as well as a pen. It says, in appreciation, this certificate is presented to Robert Troutman in recognition and appreciation of loyal and valuable service to the city of McComb, Mississippi. Our best wishes and heartfelt thanks accompany this expression of gratitude. 5 years, Department of Public Safety, Fire Engineer, October the 11th, 2018. You have anything you'd like to say? Thank you, Board and Mayor. Okay. And you got some of your family here, because I met some of them.
Would you like for him to come up and be in pictures?
Sure, my wife and kids can.
Come on.
I mean, my parents can too.
That's okay.
come forward.
Man, y'all say what you like.
We're gonna make sure we get that set.
Alright. We're gonna do this on three. 1, 2, and 3.
Thank you, ma'am.
Number 4 says, consider a dedication plaque for fire station number 4. Can I get a motion and a second?
For move.
Second?
Second.
Mayor, I have something on that.
You have something related to it?
About, okay, hey, I like that, but. That's out loud. And this is, Mr. Buck, you know, you asked me about this, and, what I did a little research. That's what it looks like over at fire station number 3. That's the plaque at fire station number 3. Okay? Now, the one on the back is what the information I'm trying to gather, and it would look similar to this for fire station number 4. You remember that was a partnership, interlocal agreement between Pike County, E911 committee, and McComb. And you see I have the mayor at the time. I was able to do research, get the mayor, the board at the time, the fire county board of supervisors, their president. The only other information I'm trying to get right now is who is the architect for that building down there. I found out it was Paul Jackson and son of Brookhaven, who was the contractor, and we think that it may have been them actually the architect also, but I have not confirmed that yet.
I do have some information on
Okay.
that board.
Mayor, is it okay?
Ms. Regina?
Okay. Cook, Douglas, Barr, and Lemon.
Okay. That's who the architect was?
Yes.
Okay, but that was the only other information we was waiting on, guys, to find out who the architect was.
Okay, and that was just an oversight when they built that renovated that building for a fire station. That was just an oversight on that board part, and what we're going about to do is to actually put that plaque in. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Opposers nay. Hearing none. Moving right along. Consider approving resort status to Beth Hemmerter. She's been before the board on several times, work sessions several times as relates to resort status, and now it's on the agenda to be voted up or down, or to be tabled, whichever is the desire of the board. Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
It was motioned by Selectman Toller, seconded by Selectman Cameron. Are there any discussion? Yes, sir.
Mr. Butler, were you able to get some criteria together for us?
Well, we did not get criteria, but we did get the actual steps that you have to go through, and I think our attorney has that information.
We do. I have this for the board.
Yes, yes.
And we didn't develop any specific criteria, so like my Johnson. And it is gonna have to be on a case-by-case basis because we want to make it clear. And so what you have there are the shorter version, the 2-pager is a more condensed version of the big packet, but in essence, the 2-pager just simply provides the steps and the guidelines, which you are already well aware of because you've done this before. And as the city administrator, Mr. Butler, just stated, we did not have to come up with any criteria because we on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, Mr. Brock,
I'd like to make a motion to table this item.
there's a motion to table.
Second.
Okay, it was a motion by Mr. Brock to table, the second by Selectman Johnson, Selectman Brock, second by Selectman Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor of tabling this, say aye.
Aye.
Nay?
Nay.
Okay, it was 4-2. So it has been tabled again. Remember, once we table it, it comes back up at the next board meeting. And I'm talking about official board meeting, I'm not talking about work sessions, but it will be on the agenda. Number 6, consider adopting budget amendments for the city of McComb City, estimate revenues, and expenditures for FY ending September the 30th, 2018. You've had a chance to look at those budget amendments. Any discussion? Let me simply say to the board, with everything that we put in place as far as the freeze, all that has had a significant impact on our in-fund balance. If we had 17 positions vacant, if we would have filled those 17 positions, we would have found ourselves definitely in a worse situation that we are in, but because of those steps that were taken by this board at the recommendation of Mr. Butler, it is projected that we may have an in-fund balance between 2.0 and $2.2 million, almost $1 million more than was initially projected. However, there are still some bills that's going to have to be reversed back to this, so to have a final projection on our in-fund balance by October the 15th, all invoices should be in that has to be credited back to 2018 budget. Just wanted to let you know that. Are we ready to vote?
Can we get a motion?
Yeah, we got the motion. Wait. Let's get the
One move.
Johnson,
Second.
Brock. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed is nay. Number 7, consider appointing Attorney Brandon Frazier, municipal judge, at an annual salary not exceeding $30,000 for the city of Macomb ending June the 30th, 2022. Can I get a motion and second?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
It was motioned by Selectman Toller, second by Selectman Williams. Any discussion? Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor? Did you say something, Selectman Hill?
Yeah, why do we include the salary amount of it?
Because at the work session, I presented the salary is $25,000, but he's taking on also the environmental court side, where we did not pay him to be that judge for the environmental side, but what he wanted was insurance, so we added that amount that we would have paid him for insurance onto the judge salary. So we wanted to make sure everything is up front, so it's $30,000 instead of $25,000. Mr. Brock.
So do we need to spread that across the minutes that he's taking on those two duties?
No, we don't have
Court and
we don't have to play across the minutes. Any other questions? Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. I have it. Keep moving.
I want to make a motion to add one additional item to the agenda.
He wants to make a motion to add one additional item to the agenda. What is the item?
Consider appointing a pro tem judge.
Consider appointing a judge pro tem. Can I get a second?
Second.
It was motion to amend the agenda, to consider one item, and that item is the appointment of a judge pro tem. Any discussion? Any discussion? No discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Nay.
One. You get that? Okay, so the amendment passed. It's on you.
I would like for us to consider appointing attorney Jawan Nathaniel as the judge pro tem.
His name again?
Jawan, Jwon Nathaniel.
Is there a second? Going one.
Second.
It was motion by Selectman Johnson, second by Selectman Brock, that Jawan, Jwon Nathaniel, would be the judge pro tem. Any discussion? Yes, sir.
We're not going to open this up like we do all the rest of them.
It's left up to the board. Any other discussion? Yes, sir.
Do we have Mr. Jawan's application available? He was on a list before.
Not that I know of. Do have a resume. Everybody got a copy of his resume?
Do we have one available?
I probably have.
Yeah, I think I got one.
Yes, that's the one. He had one nay on adding the item, correct?
Right. And that was Selectman Toller.
The resume put in a box.
I don't know if Mr. Butler put it in your bond or not. Selectman Hill.
Yeah.
For all the documents that's being passed around, we're gonna email them to you, okay?
Is that, Mr. McDaniel's resume?
That's, the information that, our attorney provided to the board as well as his resume.
Okay.
Okay, we'll email that to you.
Board.
Yes, sir, Selectman Campbell.
When was this received? Don't we know any timestamp or stuff?
I probably had about a week.
How many other positions do we do like this? Do we bring it up at a board to hire one person and not open it up to anybody else?
Well, the only one I remember us doing was Miss Dunn. Dunn Stout, attorney, prosecutor.
Let me say that, it was the decision of the board to open up. So, again, if the board wants to open it up, the board would have to do that. But it's one of those positions that you don't have to really advertise for or pay, but it's never up to the board whether or not they want to open it up for others to be considered.
I think it's bad business to have it for a week and not show anybody and then be brought up in a board meeting.
Can this be tabled? I mean, can we table this?
You can table.
Yeah, I want to table.
There's a motion to table this.
Second.
There wasn't no motion to table, Mayor. He just said he wanted to table it. Not a motion.
Okay, would you make that as a motion?
Can I make a motion to have this table?
It's motion by Mr. Williams. And second. Can I get a second? Okay. Second by Selectman Cameron. Any discussion on the table?
Question, table this to, when, table this.
It'll come back up on the next regular,
Yeah.
so if we need to add it to the work session and talk about it, we can do that, but it will be back up on the agenda the next regular board meeting.
Come on, I mean, we can do the board meeting, I just want to have a chance to look over.
Okay.
We do the next board meeting.
I mean, it's gonna come back up on the next board meeting agenda. Since it's tabled on a regular board meeting, it comes back up on a regular board meeting.
That's fine.
If you wanted to go ahead and put it on the agenda for the work session, we can put it on the agenda for the work session to discuss it, but it's coming back up.
Yes, I'd like to have it placed on the work session.
Okay, would you place that on the work session? Wait, let's take a vote first. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Nay.
One nay. And it goes to the work session. Okay. Consider approving Larry Day of Daylight Capital Advisor, 710 Dunley Lane, Richland, Mississippi 39157, as financial advisor for the city of McComb. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Okay, Selectman Hill, second.
Second.
Selectman Williams. What you're gonna have floating around is the contract. That particular contract was agreed, worked through by Mr. Day and our attorney. And also you'll see the modification. That's the modification. Okay, discussion.
So you did have a chance to talk to Mr. Davis?
Yes,
Over everything?
Selectman Williams, I did have a chance to talk to him today. And I provided the revised contract, and then you also should have one that has original labeled on top of it. Then I also prepared just a brief statement of what the changes are. And you should have those. The first one deals with, in the compensation section, the first two. Just clarification in the first paragraph, you'll see that. And it's on a single page sheet that shows what the changes are. And then the second one being a deletion of what additional services are, and the reference to that was also deleted. And then the third one being just a change or deletion to paragraph 9 of the use of the name. And so those were the changes that were made.
And these changes, were agreed upon with you and Mr. Day?
Yes, Mayor, they were agreed upon by Mr. Day and myself, yes. And for presentation to you and the board.
Any other discussion? Yes, sir.
You said number, paragraph 9, number 9.
Yeah. So the latest, I'm sorry, it's section 4. It's use of name or information. That section has been deleted. You would see that, if you're looking on the original, you'll see it. And then if you look on the revised, it should not be on there. You see it, Selectmen Rock?
Got it.
Any other discussion?
1 second.
Wait 1 second. Okay. Take your time.
Actually, Selectmen Rock, the Roman numeral has been misnumbered. In the original, it would be Roman numeral 6.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion? Need any more time? Okay. He had 2 number 6s, and we just took that number 6 out.
We took out the one that deals with use of name or information. list accessories, right there. The Roman numeral converted.
One other question. In Roman numeral, 7,
This is on the original or the revised?
the new current.
Okay.
If this passes tonight, then it's going to be executed on your signature.
Yeah.
As far as that particular date, Mayor, do you have any, would that be immediately, or do you see a week? 2 weeks, say?
I would want to, if I can, get someone to amend this, motion and authorize the mayor to sign. If I can get someone to amend, giving me the authority to go ahead and sign it.
I will make the amendment. Mayor, I would like to offer the motion to make a substitute,
Just to
motion to
amend.
amend.
Okay.
To amend, considering, as read, consider approving letter dated July Captain Riley, the current address, financial files for city of McComb, and authorizing the mayor to sign all necessary documents.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
5-1.
Who was on there?
Selectman Thomas. Okay. Number 9, consider receiving donation in the amount of $100 from.
Still need to go back to
I need to vote.
amendment.
Okay, that's the amendment, okay.
amendment. Now we need a vote.
Okay. All in favor of this motion, say aye.
Aye.
Because you already had the motion and second.
Mhm. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, was nay.
Nay.
4-2. Did I hear you say anything, Selectman Hill?
Aye.
Okay. 4-2. Okay, number 9, consider receiving a donation in the amount of $100 from Oak Agency Incorporation to the McComb Animal Shelter to be deposited into fund number 001-000-346 and increase line item number 001-105-770 and further authorize a budget amendment for said amount. These funds are to be used to purchase necessary equipment and supplies for the McComb Animal Shelter only. Can I get a motion and second?
So moved.
Selectman Thomas, second.
Second.
Selectman Cameron, discussion. All in favor say aye. Number 10, consider receiving a check in the amount of $1,710 from the St. Peter's Animal Welfare Center as part of the relocation efforts with the latest wings of rescue animal transport. These funds are to be deposited into fund number 001-000-346 and increase line item number 001-105-690 and further authorizing a budget amendment for said amount. These funds must be used for animal intake, vaccination or spade and neuter surgery only. Can I get a motion in a second?
Second.
That was Brock, and Torres. It was motion by Selectman Brock, second by Selectman Torres. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. Number 11, consider receiving a check in the amount of $695.62 from the state of Mississippi. Check number 100560718 for MACP Summer Education Conference for the Chief of Police to deposit into fund number 001000396 and increase line item number 001-110635 and further authorize a budget amendment for said amount. These reimbursement funds will be used for future training of police support personnel. Can I get a motion in a second?
Second.
Okay, Selectman Thomas, Selectman Brock, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. Moving right along. Consider receiving a check in the amount of $871.20 from the state of Mississippi. Check number 100566590 for Mississippi State Communication Director APCO 40-hour conference to be deposited into fund number 001000396 and increase the line item 001-110635 and further authorizing a budget amendment for said amount. These reimbursement funds will be used for future training of police support personnel. Can I get a motion in a second?
Second.
Okay, Selectman Thomas, Selectman Brock, any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. Consider adopting resolution receiving the municipal compliance questionnaire for the fiscal year that ended September 30th, 2018, and authorize the mayor to sign all necessary documents. Can I get a motion and a second? Was that Selectman Cameron and Selectman Williams? Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. Consider approving payment number 3 to Neil Schaefer for the Railroad Boulevard Project Engineering Service in the amount of $13,093.14. Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved. Second.
Selectman Toller, Selectman Brock. Any discussion on this motion? All in favor say aye. Opposers, nay. Moving right along, consider approving payment request number 2, Grinder Drilling Service Incorporation for well number 5, replacement project in the amount of $35,625 for work completing during this period. Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
It was motioned by Selectman Toller, second by Selectman Brock. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. Consider approving the permanent easement and right of interest form for periodic maintenance of drainage system. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved. Second.
It was motioned by Selectman Toller, second by Selectman Brock. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. Number 17, consider entering into an agreement with Lakila White of Grants Unlimited LLC, Post Office Box 18154, Hattiesburg, Mississippi 39404, to provide general grant writing and grant administrative services for the city of McComb for a period of October the 4th, 2018 through October the 1st, 2019. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second. Once. Twice.
Second.
Motion by Selectman Bronx, second by Selectman Johnson. Any discussion? Selectman Toller.
I'm gonna read the grants that the city acquired in the past 8 years.
Thank you.
Okay, he wants to be able to hear, so would you speak loud, Mr. Toller?
MDEQ from the Brownfield Grant, environmental study, $400,000. Entergy makeover grant, $150,000, railroad boulevard improvement. MDOT transportation grant, $600,000 and $850,000, railroad boulevard improvement depot. Lowe's charitable trust, $10,000. For landscaping for fire station 3. USDA RBDG grant, $90,000 for a Delaware study, Delaware Avenue. CDBG grant of $600,000, East McComb sewer interceptor. MDAH grant, $200,000, fire station number 1. Fire department grants for equipment training, generators. Crop Metals grant, $50,000 for police cars. ASPCA animal shelter grant. Energy grant for conversion to LED lighting. MDAH grant, $12,500 for sand tower grant relocation. Urban Youth grant, $140,000. Waste Management grant, $500,000, that is $5,000 and $10,000 for recycling. Katrina Go Zone grant for $350,000, Main Street rehabilitation. MDEQ grant, $141,000. MDEQ recycling grant of $37,000 and $50,000. A Smart Growth grant, $18,000 from the National Realtors Delaware project. Grant from the state of Mississippi, $175,000 for fire station number 3, or that's $17,500. $375,000 for Park Lane Road project. BP grant money, Park Lane Road rehabilitation project. USDA drainage grant, $169,000. Airport has received some grants from the FAA for runway improvement, lighting improvement, taxiway, totaling in the millions. Warehouser grant, $10,000 for railroad depot museum grant.
Are you through?
I'm not through.
Okay.
We don't need to pay somebody monthly and 45, let's see, what is it, 45,000 for an hour, which most of the employees of this city make an average of $15 an hour. So I'd like to see that budget for that particular employee.
Okay, Mr. Johnson.
Mayor, we've discussed this for weeks. I'd like to call for a vote.
There's a call for a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Show
Aye.
1, 2, 3, 4. On 4. 3. Let me get you to Brock, Hill, and Johnson said aye. Nay, Williams, Tullis, and Cameron. And Lockley, since Lieutenant Lockley says nay.
You got a hand over there.
Yes, sir.
Could we get, Mr. Tullis, give us a copy of those grants that he made on this?
Mr. Tullis, would you be willing to share that?
Sure, it's public record, as you well know.
Okay.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I would like to point out that two things. Listening to Selectmen Tullis' list, some of those are not grants, but money from the state, and also money from settlements, but not grants. There was quite a few grants that were listed, but we as selectmen and we live in the city, we like to see our city get better.
Right.
I think that we just missed our opportunity to do so. I'd like to see it come back up, and reconsider, because I think that we have, like Ted mentioned already, quite a few grants that have been presented and approved for our city, but there's still opportunities to grow. But definitely got to point out the fact that all of the listings that Selectmen Ted listed were not grants. All of those were not grants.
Okay, and Selectman Hill, as you know, this board can bring anything back up at any time, right?
That's true.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I'd also like to bring up that, if I'm not mistaken, I think we've got a grant writer on staff here with, I think Ms. Nelson has written grants in the past, and I think when she applied, I think you were applied as a grant writer and everything. I mean, I say we use what we've got in-house.
We need to move on.
Mr. Butler, Ms. Nelson's salary is for grants. What's her job description? What's she getting paid for?
Director of Development Planning.
Is she getting paid to write grants?
No, sir.
Okay.
We pay her $600 a month and 20 hours. I mean,
Okay, let's continue to move. Consider adopting resolution.
Let's get something straight on this. The mayor, past mayor wrote some of these grants. City Administrator Lockley wrote a grant. The fire chief wrote a grant. Police chief, Michelle Lum. So you've got employees in the city writing grants. They're not paid to write grants, but they do.
Okay, we're going to move on with voting. The vote has been cast. We're moving on to the next item. Consider adopting a resolution declaring the intention of the Board of Mayor and Selectmen of McComb, Mississippi to issue a general skip number 18. Consider approving the misdemeanor summons ticket book for the City of McComb Police Department. Can I get a motion on that?
Second.
Johnson and Brock. Any discussion? Yes, sir.
Chief, you need this?
Excuse me, sir?
Do you need this?
Do I need, what do you mean?
Fixing to vote on. Yes, sir. We're fixing to vote on misdemeanor summons ticket book for the City of McComb Police Department.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, any other discussion?
Who seconded this?
It was motion by Johnson, second by Brock.
You second that, Brock.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers nay. Moving right along, consider adopting resolution declaring the intention of the Board of Mayor and Selectmen of the City of Macomb, the city, to issue general obligation bonds in one or more series of said city in the maximum principal amount not to exceed $1,500,000. The bond, to raise money for the purpose of providing funds for the construction and improvement of street, sidewalk, culverts, fire hydrants, and parking for the MLK Recreation Complex on MLK Drive, paying for costs of issuing of bonds, directing publication of notice of such intention, and further authorizing the mayor to sign all necessary documents. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
It was motion by Selectman Selectman Brock, second by Selectman Johnson. Discussion. Selectman Cameron.
I think in the work session, we said that payback was going to be about $120,000 a year.
That's correct.
And I asked the question, and you asked, you answered the question. So we are going to raise taxes to pay this note.
Debt service.
Yes, sir. Are we going to raise
I
taxes?
said yes on debt service. Yes, sir. Selectman Thomas.
We've got 60 miles of streets that still need milling and overlaying, and we've got an antiquated infrastructure these are necessities, and that's where I'd like to see the taxpayers' dollars go.
Okay, any other discussion? Selectman Campbell?
You know, we've got, I don't know how many gyms around the city that none of them are getting used to their, full potential. We've got churches that's got gyms, we've got schools that's got gyms, we've got, people that said we could use gyms, and we gonna raise taxes to pay for it. I just think it's a really bad idea.
Selectman Johnson?
Like to call for a vote?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
4-2. There is an addendum. I need a motion and a second to consider the addendum. There are 2 addendum items, and you should have them. There was a handout on the front, is a memo from Chuck Lambert. On the back, it shows you the 2 addendum items.
Said it passed around.
The memo on top is what they was looking for.
Oh, yeah, the memo was on top. Okay. Right there. Hey, look at that. You got it. Two more handouts if I can, to give y'all.
Bring the handout.
Okay. That'll go with the second item.
Bring it on up. Let's get everything passed out at one time.
I'm working on it. This has to do with that health department approval. I'm gonna leave 3 over there. And there's one for the first. And this, I'm leaving Mr. Hill's here.
Did we do the motion to add this? I think we did. No, I'm getting all the paperwork. Make sure everybody got all the paperwork. Yes, sir.
On the addendum, I want to add just one item. Do I need to make that in the motion?
Well, we haven't considered that. Let's go ahead and get it.
Okay. I would like to make a motion to add one additional item to the agenda, and that item would be to have our attorney to authorize her to go into discussion with Ms. White and negotiate a contract to where Ms. White would write all other grants for us besides CDBG grants. Make that work.
You have an addendum with a 3rd item being added. Can I get a motion and a second to add this addendum to our agenda?
For move.
Johnson,
Second.
Rob. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Nay.
How many? Let me see if I can get this.
Let's clarify. We had an addendum, and then Selectmen, asked to
Add one more item to
additional
the
item.
addendum.
Okay.
Yes.
Robert's Rules of Order, City Attorney. Is that out of order?
So, it's my understanding that Selectman Johnson is now asking to add to the agenda, for the addendum. It had not been it had not been motioned or seconded, and that is what the mayor was seeking at that particular time. So no, it's not out of order because no one had moved or seconded it. So he's adding to the proposed agenda.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Nay.
That sounds 4 to 2. 3 to 3. Well then,
Mr. Vogt?
3-3. Mr. Williams, Mr. Tullis, Mr. Cameron says nay. Brock, Hill, Johnson says yay. I say yay. We go ahead. Let's keep moving. Number 1, reads, consider approving a change order to increase the water well number 5 size from 16 by 10 to 20 by 16 based on results from the water well number 5 test well that was drilled. The increased cost will be $168,909 and further authorize the mayor to sign all the necessary documents. You will see in the handout that was given to you from Mr. Lambert, first that the health department has said that our loan will be increased to cover that amount. Also, you received a revised budget, revised loan agreement request, for that. To be short and brief with you, the well that was drilled 16 by 10, at the best, it may produce 750 gallons per minute at the best. But based upon the sand test that was run at the max, maybe 500 or less. So by increasing the size of the well to 20 by 16 will increase the per minute volume of water from that well to about approximately 750 and above. And in order to be able to supply, to make sure that we have adequate water supply, we need that well producing at least 750 or more gallons per minute. Any discussion? Mr. Lambert, Mr. Lott, did I take care of that pretty good? Thank you. Any more discussion on this? All in favor say aye. It was motion by Johnson, second. Did we? No. Let's get a motion. Johnson. Going once.
Second.
Right. Discussion.
Where does the money come from?
It's, they're going to increase the loan. The health department is by loan anyway. The health department is scheduled to increase the loan to cover that amount. Help me out, Chuck.
Let me just see that. The sheet that I gave y'all about the spreadsheet that I did talks about the revised loan amendment request. The original loan agreement or loan that we applied, the city applied for, totaled $1,236,000. That was the original loan that was approved. After we did the bid opening and we opened that bid, we had to file what they call the amendment request. Thankfully, that's not been approved yet because of some other questions. What we are actually going to do, in the email that I also gave out with this one from Chris Lightsey, is where they talked to the health department, and the health department said they would take on the increase of the $168,000. They understood the need. They would take on the increase. So the first amendment request we did after the bid opening dropped the loan down to $872,850, or a $363,150 reduction from the original request. What we're going to do, and that's what item number 2 here is is authorize the mayor to sign a revised loan amendment request. Okay? And that's going to take the construction from $670,000 to $838,000, the difference there being the $168,909 in increased cost. Gonna still leave you with a contingency of $33,500 in case something else comes up, and then you see the engineering fees that are broken down in 2 steps. That would mean we would be getting a loan for $1,041,759. That still is $194,241 below the original loan request amount. So what's going to happen, we have to approve this change order to authorize grinder drilling to go ahead and finish the well to a 20 by 16 standard. And then item number 2 on this addendum is to authorize the mayor to sign the revised loan amendment request. Okay, and we're authorizing him to sign the change order, and all this, gentlemen, apologize for this coming up this quickly. All this is just basically come up in the last week because we did the test well, and they did what's called a silt analysis, and the sands are small, and they're just afraid because they haven't used such a tight screen, it won't let enough water in. So if we go to the bigger screen, they think that'll work better. And we've talked to a geologist, a driller, and both engineers, as the mayor was saying, who said this would be their recommendation.
Okay, let's deal with the first one. Item, and that is to go ahead and, any questions about the first one? Any more questions about the first one? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. So moved. Now, consider authorizing the mayor to execute the revised loan amendment request on water well number 5. Can I get a motion and a second?
Second.
It was motioned by Selectman Cameron, second by Selectman Tollers. Any discussion? You heard Chuck explain number 2 also. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. Number 3 is to consider authorizing the attorney to discuss with Ms. White about a contract that will allow her to seek grants for all except CDBG. Can I get a motion and a second?
For move.
Second.
Except. It was motion by Johnson, second by Brock. Discussion. Yes, sir, Mr. Brock.
To, attorney, can we legally stop her from, writing any particular grants?
Contractually, you can specify which grant you would like her to seek on behalf of the city.
Mr. Brock, are you through?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson?
And Mayor, CDBG grants are the only ones that have administrative fees that comes with those grants, correct?
I won't say that CDBG is the only one. Most MDA grants come with administrative fees.
Is it not just CDBG or you don't want this
To propose all other grants except CDBG grants.
Selectman Cameron?
Because CDBG grants currently have an administrative fee attached to it versus other grants, we would have to specify, am I right, Mayor? If she writes a grant and it gets approved, we would have to specify a percentage of that grant that would go to her.
Correct, no, you have to specify how much you're gonna, what percentage you're gonna pay her.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So that won't be in a monthly fee.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna still be that monthly fee there. according to the contract that she submitted, she wanted her monthly fee, and then she wanted any administrative fee that was in a grant. Yes, sir.
Now, my understanding is those 20 hours are not going to the CDBG grants.
The original contract did not specify grants at all. It did not. It just left it open, strictly grants. So
if she...
So if she wrote a CDBG, she would also get the $600 and she would get the administrative fee, the way the original contract was written.
Right.
So the contract could have been written where the grants that she's writing does not, is 20 hours, correct?
Yeah.
20 hours would not include the CDBG grants.
Well, that's what,
on her time.
that's what, Selectman Johnson just asked that we do. That she go ahead and do all the other grants except CDBG.
So,
Go ahead.
is your hand? So the $600 a month included 20 hours of work of writing grants.
Grant.
Correct.
That's correct. And if awarded one of those grants, then this board would have to designate an amount that you will pay her for writing that grant.
If that grant is approved,
We're not
right?
talking about CDBG.
No, we're not talking about CDBG.
Okay, so that's automatic. Within the 20 hours and $600 a month.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's move away from 20 hours. On her time, how can we stop her from writing a grant on her time?
Well, she can't write a grant for the city of McComb without us authorizing her to do so.
My question is about her time. Why we can't authorize her to write a grant outside of these 20 hours that we pay the CDBG grant that has the fee already into it. That time could be, she's got 20 hours, that time that she works on a CDBG grant could be 5 hours, 6 hours, or 20 hours. It's not included in this fee.
Again, that's level to the board, but with me, my position is she can write all the grants, but when it comes to CDBG, no. That's my position.
And if I may, and not to put words in your mouth, I think your position is because CDBG grants already come with an administrative fee for the grant writer, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. How many nays? Let me see nays. 1, 2, 3. I vote long. Go ahead and negotiate a contract. There are announcements.
So maybe you voted A.
I voted in favor of authorizing her to negotiate. The Diabetic Foundation of Mississippi Walk for Diabetes is Saturday, October the 27th, 2018, at 9:30 a.m. The animal shelter, with help from Wings of Rescue, receives contributions over $5,000 worth of Coranda beds, pet beds from Bubba Beds. Folks from Bubba Beds flew down from New York and built all the beds and delivered them to the animal shelter on September 2018. The Greater Good organization awarded 12,840 dog meals or Halo spot stew from freekibble.com. The monetary value of this grant is $12,564.04. The Greater Good organization awarded 1,520 dog meals and 3,552 cat meals or Halo spot stew from freekibble.com. The monetary value of this grant is $4,240. $0.28. The next work session will be Tuesday, October 16th, 5:30 p.m. Next board meeting will be Tuesday, October the 23rd, 2018, 5:30. To the Board of Mayor and Selectmen, film preview screening, join us, Mississippi Justice film trailer, Wednesday, October the 17th, 2018, 11:30 a.m. until 12:30 p.m., 1156 College Drive, Summit, Mississippi. The Pike County Economic Development is inviting you all to that screening.
Do we have that in our box right now?
I'll make sure to get in your box. Also, Selectman Hill is not with us, and I need someone to fill in for me at the Pike County Healthcare Coalition. That's at the hospital on October the 17th from 11 to 12 o'clock, 6th floor. I have the information for that person who would like to fill in for me. Anyone like to volunteer and fill in for me on October the 17th? Sir?
I will be out of town.
Yeah, I'm out. I got a doctor appointment. You guys, here we go. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, I heard two voices and two hands. One of them was Johnson, I know. I don't Brock, okay. Johnson made the motion to adjourn, Brock second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, is nay. Okay. Thank you, Selectman Hill, for calling in. And again, all that information will be emailed to you.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.